Alright guys, and welcome back to the possibly final episode of Shoshone Empire. So this has been an awesome ride, guys. I really enjoyed this series. But it's not over yet. Got a few more things to go. But at the current rate we're going, and the way we're using our workers here, we should easily be able to get all the parts into the city at the exact same turn and launch in 8 turns. So that if all goes well, we're looking at like a turn 281, possibly 280 victory. So we'll see about that. The only hiccup, and let me check this real quick, would be if someone can capture the world leader vote. What am I doing? Not World Congress. I always mix this up. Yeah, so someone needs 46. America's only got 28, so we should be fine. He won't have a chance of stealing that for a bit there. Okay, so I think we're pretty good. Let's go ahead and click onward. Actually, but before we go, so I had a viewer bring up a very good point. You know, on the past several videos, he's been commenting. You know, I just haven't continued to expand, and that was kind of the point of the series. I assume that's kind of a joke because there's not really much left to expand, and you guys saw how close it was here at the end on the demographics. I finally was able to rocket ahead and take the solid lead, but for a long time we were actually behind in tech. So to ensure that I could get the victory, I needed to kind of buckle down with the 13 cities I had. But let's go ahead and try to do some settling here at the end. I had this idea, you know, why not, right? We can settle some new cities as we launch off the spaceship. Trying to get this at 3. Huh. There you go. Cool. So that should do it. So we got a 2-turn settler coming. Unfortunately, Spain had the exact same stupid idea that we have right now. They're on their way to settle all these one-tile islands and these beautiful one-tile islands. But this is what I thought. I'll try to claim this spot. I was hoping to get a few more. I mean, there's so many great one-tile islands now that I'm looking at it, right? I mean, look at this stuff. Amazing. Greatest terrain ever. All right. Yeah, the AI took pretty much everything now that I'm looking at it. Wow. They were ridiculous. Okay, so we could have maybe set up a settler waiting to settle here, but I don't think we'll get anything there on time. But we can always make a shot at it. So let's see. Let's queue up maybe a settler after Hubble here. It's a 2-turn settler. Maybe we'll go for Duckwater instead. How long? Okay, never mind. Let's get it here. Okay. Cool. So I think we're good to go. Let's see how that turns out. A little bit of a interesting bit here at the end. All right. So we finally have Hubble, guys. Way later than we would ever actually need it. I guess we'll just go ahead and burn these guys. Why not? Get 2 more free techs here at the end. Yeah, so our tech rate has slowed down quite a bit from the settlers and the running max production on the parts, but I mean, we've got everything we need at this point. I'm not too concerned with ending it with a good tech rate. You guys can remember what it was, that we were gonna top out around 2,500, which is pretty solid for an empire this size. I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, not a lot of management to do at the end. Everything's set up. So this actually confused me a little bit. You guys see how everything dropped 2 turns over the last turn? So I thought I was going to end turn 280, so I figured this out. So the Golden Age ended off, it added a turn to everything, and then somehow I just got it all back. So I guess it was just like a miscalculation from the end of the Golden Age, from what I can tell. But yes, this coming through well here. We got a bit of an overflow, so we'll have 2 settlers, and we'll see if we can't do some last minute settling in the world as we launch off to Alpha Centauri. We can pretend that Alpha Centauri's colonists, I suppose. So, all right, yeah, not a lot of stuff for these guys to do. Oh wait, oops. Yes, there was. This is my railroad dudes. All right, good thing I didn't forget completely about that. All right, next turn. Okay, so after the advent of tourism, I've entered out our tourism has increased to a whopping 40. Wonderful. All right, let's get at least 1 lux back from this guy. Even though unhappiness gives you a little bit of like it gives you a little bit of a nerf stuff. Let's see. Actually, let's keep 2 back, just to pretend I was going to finish my nuke plants all over the Empire. Alright. That's good. There we go. Fix that problem. We got 2 settlers to figure out what to do with. Luckily, Spain decided to settle the most worthless island of all time, so this is actually doable. Wait. Oh, I was supposed to get that this turn. Oh, that's going to mess up the timing. I don't think I can make it. Ah, bummer. Well, I should have started a couple turns earlier, I guess. So this is the only really available spot. Yeah, we're not going to have time, but you guys can pretend. You can pretend I'm continuing to expand. So these settlers would bring me up to 15, now that we've secured our victory here. Yeah, I guess we'll switch to something better. Okay, sounds good. No sense in growing or anything. Game's gonna end before I grow here. Alright, looks good. Cool. Almost up to 2,000 already just from that. Alright, anything else of note? Not really. Oh, some of our happiness came from losing one of our friends or something to Persia, though. Alright, yep, there's our last railroad. That should come through just in time. Alright, almost there. So the AI are stealing my allies back. We just lost Kaisel. Yeah, culture at this point doesn't matter much, though. Okay, cool. So there goes our settler. I'm thinking that, yeah, this spot's definitely the best here. Gives us 2 sea resources and a marble. So let's head there. That'll be a 6-turn settlement. Yeah, we need at least 1 worker to work that marble. I know none of this is going to end up mattering, but I like to pretend like the Empire will carry on even when we're about to win. Let's delete one of them, though, to get our gold out of the dumps. Alright, yeah. To preserve, yeah, we're taking a production penalty from the happiness. We gotta get that back. Somehow. Oh, he's still got cloves. Perfect. Actually, this might not be possible. Okay. How can we get gold? We keep losing gold. I think it's because of the maintenance of those silly settlers. Actually, this is still 180. So we could technically go through 1 happiness. I just don't like doing that because it doesn't feel quite right. Alright, well, maybe we can just buy a Coliseum or something somewhere. Do we have any of those available? There should be a place where you can check buildings. I'm already need to get used to advanced user interface. I think I'll use that on my next series. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get that back. Okay, so, but it looks like we'll be fine going out in unhappiness. That's a shame though that they keep doing that to me. Let's see. Oh, we lost Zurich too. That's why everything's so annoying. Zurich and Kaisel. We don't have any allies left. Everyone's buying it up before the World Games, I bet. That's what's going down. Alright, is anyone within reach of stealing, though? That's the question. Antwerp, what do we need? 33? I think everyone dumped 500 golds on them then. 2. Okay, that's doable. We could do this. That takes some time to come through, though. Alright, so we gotta scrape up just a tad more gold here. Okay. No big deal. So that means some of these workers need to get rid of so I can have a little bit more gold to borrow with, and then we should be fine. Tricks of the trade. Alright. Yeah, those settlers were what was doing it to me. Okay, so we need exactly 71 more, so we'll go for a 75 trade deal.
Espero que este trato reciba su bendición.
Yep. Looks good, so then we can buy Kaizel back. Boom. There you go. Take that. Alright, what's left? Oh, this guy just needs stuff to do again. Alright, let's go straight back to production. There we are. Alright, cool. Next. Alright, we just got a great musician. No way. Didn't think that would come through that quick. But there we go. Tiny bit more culture again. So we're now in negative financial trouble, but that's because we got some stuff back to trade, looks like. Yeah, so we can just retrade that. That'll be no big deal. One more turn until world leader vote. Once they fail at that, we'll win a couple turns later, so that'll be fun. Let's get rid of that unit. Such a waste that we deleted our workers and then bought them back, but oh well.
Muscle.
Actually, let's keep our oil. Just in case we need to buy some quick bombers here at the end. Alright, Mongols were the only people that were still buying iron, if I recall. And we're gonna keep the deals active here up till the end. I always like to pretend like I think I mentioned this last round, but even if I know I'm gonna win, I like to leave my empire in good running shape. I don't like to run it into the ground just to win a few turns faster. Some people do, and that's a good tactic to do if you're trying for speed records, but I don't know. I like the feeling of going out strong, you know? It just feels right. For some reason this settler only moved like 3 squares on this thing. That's weird. When did you do that? Alright, cool. Looking good, guys. Yeah, not much else to do. It's just a waiting game here. We'll have it in 3 turns now. Alright. I think is that our last railroad? Appears so. Cool. It's not rendering for some reason, though. That worries me. Guess I'll keep this guy one more time. But it says it's done, so we should be good. Alright, world leader votes. We said we were going to vote for Spain, so we've got to keep that promise. I don't actually know if it forces you to do that or if it's like an honor rule sort of thing. There we go. All good. Actually, let's keep improving the empire. This thing needs some more work. Alright, just 2 more turns. We're so close, guys. Huh. Oh. That's weird. Okay. Good for you. What is this? I've never seen this before. Are they declaring war on me or just threatening me? Well, it won't matter. We're gonna be gone off planet in a bit. People are finally making it into the info era. Man, we got way ahead with our couple scientists. That's crazy. Gosh. Okay, so something... Man, they're making this hard. This war is really like destroying my allies. So America wiped out Antwerp, so we lost that. And then, what all happened? I'm confused. Silks for Dye has ended, so we can renew that. That'll be no problem. And Persia's a lot weaker than I thought they were. They actually have less cities than we do, I think. Alright, so that'll mostly fix that problem. Anything else that was happening? What happened here? Okay, Persia bought back Kaizel. Well, yeah, I'm not going to worry about getting myself happy again, I guess. Let's just end the game. Everything looks good. I've had to give myself like new happiness like every turn. Alright. Actually, let's launch them all the same turn. I think that will be fun. Let's get as close as... Oh! Are you serious? No! Spain? Are you gonna screw this up for me? Ah, he picked a choke point too. I can't like improve that anyway. I think he just lost me a turn. That ass. Sorry. Pardon my language, but this is ridiculous. Oh, what terrible luck. Okay. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I guess it would build its own nuke plant now. I can't even do it. Okay. No big deal. Guess it would put through like a, I don't know, a zoo or something. Cool. So I guess these parts are costing me a lot of maintenance. That must be why it's suddenly so awful. Huh. Okay. What else needs production? Mohawk finished it as well. These cities are doing well. Alright, cool. Looking good. Oh, he's sitting on all my roads. Are you kidding me? Get out! I should never have given him open borders. He just is doing nothing but being a troll. It's the most frustrating thing. Okay, let's keep going gauche some food, because it's relying on it, I believe. I don't know if I can make it. Let's see. I can maybe still make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. They lost me a turn. 11's the max you can move on these railroads. I could force him to get out of my territory with war. Actually, that it wouldn't even work, because this isn't even in my territory. That is annoying me a lot more than it should have, but I don't like it when my plans are messed up by stupid little RNG factors like that. Alright, so I guess... That's really stupid that you can't move through troops with your own, like, spaceship parts. Because, like, think about this. What if you open borders with an ally that's going to win the space race and you just surround their capital with military? They could never get any parts in. That's like a completely broken thing. That's not okay. They should change that. Okay, moment of truth. There's no way this is gonna work though. Let's see, so we need... Yeah, see? They exactly lost me enough turns that I can't launch. It is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. To me, this is like on par with that city-state that like decided to heal on the spot I like needed to go to, instead of going back to his own territory. Like, it took him even more turns. I'm surprised none of you guys like commented on that in the thing. So it was almost a flawless victory here. Yeah, you guys see why like this is not okay though, right? Because you can peacefully like prevent people from getting their spaceship parts to the city if you do that way. So if I had had the money, I could have bought airport. That would have been a way to get around that. But as you can see, I don't have the money, so it wasn't going to be working. All right. So we almost had like a complete launch all in one turn. Oh, I've never done that before. I guess we're launching 281. One more turn to get our settlers slightly closer to their locations, I guess. Alrighty. Let's get everything on research, and then we should be good to go. Alright. Okay, here we go. Onwards to victory! Man, that was a fun game. Thanks so much, guys. I really enjoyed recording my first series. And I can't believe Spain came through and trolled us there at the end. That was kind of funny in hindsight. Pretty much the only thing we have going for us. Literacy. I've had better. Surprised it's that low at this big of an empire. It must be because so many of the AIs are higher. Alright, let's look at our replay then. Before we head on for the day. Oh, and guys, so I did very much enjoy these single-player games. The force strategy is fun, but one of the issues I have with it... Let's see. So we're the blue. So we're kind of the middle of the pack. Not really surprising. There's people that had significantly more score than us here at the end. But yeah, I enjoy playing these single-player challenge series quite a bit. So definitely tell me what you got. What civ you guys would like to see next? I've got several ideas for different challenges I might try. I thought I might try like a civilization. These big maps are fun to watch. I thought I might try like one of the historical scenario map packs. I also had some other ideas that I'll kind of compile into a poll. Or if you guys just have some fun thing you want me to demo, go ahead and tell me. Man, I really spread my cities out, but I was thin on the resources that I had nearby for that, so I did pretty good with the space I had. So we were the equivalent of Ethiopia, and we were the equivalent of pretty much everyone for a long time, which is impressive on a huge map. Usually the AI outpaces you by quite a bit. Yep, here the wars start. Ottomans start eating people. Man, they were monstrous. Look at them. It took me to like the very end of the game to start filling in all this territory, because my cities were just so spread apart. Yep. There we have the fall of Venice. Everyone's settling one-tile islands, except for us. We'll do that soon, though. It's coming. All right, and victory. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and skip forward to when we have our colonies. I'll give you guys a quick glimpse of that, and then we'll call it a day. Thanks so much for this series. And for the viewers that have continued to watch, I've really enjoyed this, guys. It's been a blast just getting your feedback, and I think I've definitely gotten a little better at the game as well as I've played. So it's been a lot of fun. Ha! You lost by 1 turn. We're close here. Should be coming through soon. Yeah, that one. All right. But yeah, that actually, there were a lot of hitches along the way. The random wars, the happiness fluctuations, the gold problems. The gold was probably the worst. So in hindsight, you know, the challenge of this map was to play a large map. And let's go ahead and let's do a quick recap. So I wanted to play a large world. I wanted to build a sizable empire, and so we got up to our 13 cities, which is pretty good for a human. Without a religion that really enables a lot of extra happiness, like pagodas or something, it would have been hard to get, or something like ceremonial burial, or sacred waters, or goddess of love, something that would have just reduced the settlement costs. It would have eventually been kind of hard to keep expanding. So we did pretty good. We grew our cities to a relatively large size, but we didn't have nearly as many access to happiness as we could have from religion, just because the AI went so quickly. And in hindsight, it's really hard to play religiously and culturally on these large maps. You saw how ridiculous the AI was at their tourism outputs here at the end. So we got 44. We're still unknown with everyone. You've got AIs that are already over 213 and quickly taking over the world. So if you don't win quickly, their culture is really going to come through. Revolutionary wave. But order was a good protection for that. So in hindsight, you definitely don't want to do what I did. Okay, so you can do it if you go order. So this wasn't a bad strategy. Usually order ones out is one of the most influential ones. But in hindsight, what I should have done is I should have turned all of my guys into early works and focused on getting up to exotic influence with the AI, because then I would have been able to neutralize that early on ideological unhappiness, and that's probably the only way you could play freedom on these large maps. Just something for you guys to keep in mind. As far as how we did, we definitely could have finished a lot faster. So the AI passed arts funding, which really reduced our in-game scientists. We would have had a lot more, and if we had had more, I would have been able to start using them as early as like entering in the atomic era for the first time. We could have finished a bit faster. Research agreements were really powerful this game. The few that I had took like 5 turns off my science every time, but I just didn't have the gold. The main reason for that was it was just the big empire, you know, keeping all these buildings maintained, having enough military to be able to defend against the constant aggression. And our military was honestly kind of small, like and the big roads basically spreading everything out. That it's just really costly running a big empire. That's one of the problems that you'll have. Our gold isn't bad here at the end after we finally got that last policy. And yeah, people told me I messed that up. So it was this policy, the sovereignty policy, that really gave me a lot of gold, because all that, we just had a lot of science buildings in our empire. So that came through. So I don't know if I could have done better on gold. Probably a little bit, but I was really focusing the whole last half of the game on getting it, because I knew I'd need it. And it made it hard for me to use my building purchase reductions, which is okay. But that's one of the main powers of that's one of the main advantages of having an order empire, is being able to buy those buildings. In hindsight, so we finished Apollo, or would have finished it 15 turns after the completion of the Apollo program. We were going to be launching, so that's pretty good timing. Honestly, that's probably on freedom level. You guys can see how this works. You just got to have the scientists to be able to push it through and start all those parts around the same time, so that you can time them simultaneously. So that was no big deal. Yeah, and so if we could have had more gold, could have run research agreements, and arts funding had been passed, I predict we probably would have been in space like 30 turns earlier, back at 250. But you know, hindsight's 2020. Well, it's not really hindsight, I guess, because there's nothing I could have done about it. You guys saw I was basically just reacting to all these problems that kept happening all game. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Let me know what civ you guys want to see next, and I'll see you maybe in a week with the next single player series. Thanks. Oh, and definitely tell me what you guys think of the series. Have you enjoyed it? You know, I love getting comments from you guys, and give me some ideas, you know, about what cool challenge I can give myself next time. Because honestly, normal Deity is not going to be a challenge. You guys saw this. It may have not looked that hard, and honestly, this wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, the huge map. But the AI definitely surprised me quite a bit, and it was significantly easier than I think than playing Deity on a smaller standard map would have been. Not easier, significantly harder. Harder to predict the AI, keep everyone happy, and settling the big empire. If I had stuck with maybe 10, I would have been a lot better off. I would have had the gold to really have a powerful launch here. But you guys saw just the sheer force of my cities, with the exception of that last little population 9 one. They all kind of added to our endgame science. The reason we were over 2,500 and had such good tech rate there at the end was purely because of our huge amount of cities. So that's one of the big advantages of a big empire. Definitely not enough to offset all the problems that we had, but it's been pretty good. All right, well, we'll see you guys, and hope you had fun. All right, guys, and there we are. 2 cities. Yep. Let's get that monument through. And life carries on. So there you go. The fan that asked for more cities gave you 2 there at the end. Peace out. I'll see you guys in about a week with the new series. And let me know what you think of my ideas.